Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So this is kind of a part 2 of my list of top monsters in the game. And then this time we'll be doing the, I've done this before, this will be kind of the second edition of the top monsters based on JP players. And then right around this time last year, a number of, very visible, famous, popular JP players did their personal lists of top monsters at that point of time. And then when I did the previous list, I had to take out the monsters that weren't released yet for us. But since then, pretty much all of those monsters have been released. So now I can do a new version of that list. And then I can look at how many a certain type of monster was chosen among all of those players, and like where in the ranking they were placed, so that I could kind of combine all the information into one list here. And then the players that I looked at, it was like Tiger Sakurai, Nausicaa, Shiro, and then later Kazuyoshi, Pen Pen, and then Shiroa. So those are my 6. I took all their lists and I combined them to make the JP players' top picks. And we'll start from number 10. And then, yes, that will be Robin Hood. And then I'm going to do something where I combine the Evolution and the Ascension characters together into one pick. Because I thought about it. If you pull the character, then essentially you have access to both versions of that character. You just need the Ascension materials or the stones. So I think it's worth, combining the two characters together and not splitting them up, like saying Robin Hood Evolution is number 10, and then Ascension is number 9. So we'll just do them both together. And then really I feel like Robin Hood deserves a higher position in this list. But at the time that all of the players, JP players, made that list, Robin Hood was just released, so they weren't quite sure about his usability. But looking at the subsequent year, then Robin Hood definitely gained ranks in this list. But for now, I'll just put him at number 10. That'll give me a chance to put him on the list and then talk about him. His evolution has got a lot of versatility because of that double null. And then strong bump combo, which is really good at taking out a field of characters. And then it has good synergy with his strike shot, because the strike shot does good concentrated damage on the boss. So you can use the bump combo to take out all the little guys around, and then once they're gone, you can use the strike shot to do ultimate damage to the boss. And then, yeah, when I do say ultimate damage, I do mean that. This is one of the most powerful strike shots in the game. So that's why he is on this list, and why he will climb the list as the year goes on. And then let's look at his Ascension version, and then also highly versatile with a no gravity barrier, no warp. Also has a strong bump combo. It's the lock-on Pierce Wave, which we saw a couple times in the limited Max Lux list. But this is Blast type, and so it can do greater damage. It doesn't do, I would say it doesn't do as much total damage as Robin Hood Evolution, but this one can hit potentially more targets because it does pierce and then go through everybody. And then a homing strike shot, which is pretty strong and also charges up very quickly, especially considering he has a strike shot reducer. So yeah, with these taking these two versions into consideration together, you have easily the strongest no gravity barrier character in Wood, and probably the strongest no gravity barrier character just overall in the entire game. So yeah, that is number 10, Robin Hood. And then yeah, as time goes on, we're going to see more limited characters, especially where they have two versions that are both, very, very powerful and equally viable in a lot of different quests. So, okay, so that was number 10. And number 9 is Mundus Transcendent here. And he's one of my personal favorites. But he is one of 3 characters on this list that's kind of going to see their usability sort of drop a little bit as the year goes on. But that's to take nothing away from them. They're still very powerful. still have their uses. And then in the Tower of Champions in particular, they'll have a lot of places to shine. But yeah, Mundus, very easy to use. He's a flight, no gravity bearer, so he can go to lots of quests. No gauge. A very strong strike shot, which delays everybody he hits for 3 turns. And then a very strong homing bump combo. Not as strong as Alice, but still very powerful. So that's number 9, Mundus. And actually my first Hatcher monster on this phone, so soft spot for him. Okay, and that takes us to number 8, which is Arthur. And this is another personal favorite of mine, since I like Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero. But she's also very easy to use, the double null ability with no gauge. And yeah, she picked up a critical recently, which makes her even more powerful. And easy to use but powerful bump combo, and easy to use strike shot as well. And she's really good for farming sort of easier quests. She doesn't have a lot of impossible viability, but for like extremes or like the dark time trial in particular, or trial quests, normal quests, she's pretty darn good. So yeah, Arthur, number 8. Then number 7, another light character, and then this is Striker Transcendent. And yeah, the very first Transcendent character. He's got a nice double null, flight null damage wall, and he's a very good attacker because he has the Counter Slayer, also has critical. He's got an easy to use strike shot, tackle strike shot, which does decent damage, and also an easy to use bump combo in the 8-way laser and the energy circle. But along with Mundus, he's kind of gonna see his usability drop a little bit during the coming year, just because of the direction that the metagame is going. But still very powerful, very easy to use. Okay, and then let's look at one more light character, and this is ROYCE Transcendent, and he's got the double null of a flight and null warp, which is kind of more of the times than either Striker or Mundus. And he has a very, very strong bump combo in the green peas, the rebounding pellets, and that will be useful, you know, now and also for a long time. And his strike shot does decent damage. It's not ultimate level damage at all, but yeah, very powerful, and he's very good for Daikokuten, one of the more difficult impossible quests. Okay, and then up next we got... Yeah, I'm choosing Barrier, so there can only be one person that is. And then this is Lucifer, Ascension. And then I won't be showing the evolution form, who is a null gravity bearer. Pretty powerful, but has a lot of competition. But the Ascension is so good that she makes it onto the list. And yeah, she's the only character with a Barrier, which is very powerful. Protects you from a lot of attacks and some damage. She's got Energy Circle with the being a blast type. She's the only one with that. And then she's got the Grand Command Strike Shot, which very few characters have. And then all of those put together make her still one of the most powerful characters in the game, even though she came out before pretty much all of these. Yeah, she's got a lot of staying power. So yeah, Lucifer Ascension. Okay, and then up next we're getting towards the top 5, where there's a lot of interchangeability. A lot of these characters are very, very good. Okay, and that is Water with Minesweeper and Null Damage Wall, and that is RAPHAEL Transcendent, who was released very, very late last year. And she's my pick for the best character that was released last year. And yeah, that double null ability is very useful. It addresses the 2 gimmicks that can damage you. So you could take her to, you know, almost any quest, kind of working around the warps and the gravity barriers. She has Recovery, which adds a lot of stability to your team, and very strong bump combo. And both of her bump combos do a lot of damage, the Cross Laser and the Poison Shockwave. And she does have bump combo critical, which means she can do even more damage there. And then she has a very versatile strike shot, where you can either get it out quickly in 12 turns, or get a very powerful strike shot out, the command strike shot, in 24 turns. So yeah, RAPHAEL Transcendent, Again, my pick for best monster released last year, and will still be very useful this year. Okay, that brings us to number 3, and that is Sakura. No, I'm kidding. It's Alice, Ascension. And she's going to be sort of the third character that will see her use drop a little bit in the coming year. But still very powerful. And she has the double recovery. She's still the only character, I think, with that double recovery. Recovery and status recovery. Which means she'll help you out in a lot of different stages. And she has one of the most powerful bump combos in the game, which is the reason why she will stay relevant. And yeah, still don't have this character, still looking forward to her. Number 3, Alice Ascension. Okay, that brings me to number 2, and that is another water with null damage wall and minesweeper. And this is D'Artagnan Ascension. And yeah, her evolution is also decent, but anybody who has one D'Artagnan is going to go for the Ascension, so that's why we're going with her. And the double null is nice, same as Raphael. She can deal with the 2 gimmicks that damage you, but it is her bump combo that we choose her. Excellent damage against a boss if you can concentrate all that damage, and then it's even worth bringing her to quests that she does not have the element advantage, just because her bump combo is that strong. And yeah, it is worth kind of building a team around her. To bring characters with the same null abilities, and Pierce in particular, so that you can get more of that bump combo out. So yeah, D'Artagnan Ascension, also don't have her. I would like to pull her sooner rather than later. Okay, and then number 1, this might not be a surprise, but this is Gabriel, Evolution and Ascension. And the Evolution, if we had to pick one version, would be the top overall. She's got the double slayer, which is nice. That means she does extra damage in 3 different elements. She has the chain lightning, and also being a blast type. And this is a very easy bump combo to use. You just need to be close to a target, and then it will do, you know, a lot of total damage, but great damage against that first target in particular. And yeah, if you saw my video about kind of chain lightning tips and tricks, you know how to get triple damage using shields and things. And then she also has the null everything becomes a pierce strike shot, which does great damage and is guaranteed to work in every situation, except for when there are anti-pierce monsters out. So yeah, Gabriel, just great damage output and lots of versatility. Even if she's not right gimmick-wise. And then, yeah, finally we will turn to her Ascension version, just to look at the full package. Where is that? There it is. So yeah, here is Gabriel Ascension, Pierce with Minesweeper and Null Warp. Not a lot of characters with that combination. And then she has water resistance as well, so she's especially good for water quests. And then her specialty is kind of Nirai Kanai, which is one of the colossal quests, one of the most difficult quests in the game. And then she has a decent bump combo, which covers a lot of area, and then does decent damage. And then she also has a Poison Meteor Strike Shot, which does the double duty of hitting a lot of guys and taking down little guys, and then also doing good concentrated damage on the boss with that heavy poison damage. So yeah, those are the top characters out currently, as chosen by top JP players. And yeah, all of these guys are going to be pretty good in the coming year. Alrighty, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.